Welcome back to the Land House vlog. Today we are at Moses Cone Manor getting our family photos taken. Ashley and Em are all dressed up and matching. And I found the best thing in my closet, which is still not that great. And then Arrow is all dressed up too. He's loving life.
He's so cute.
But we're meeting somebody that's going to be taking our family photos here in just a bit, but pretty awesome view.
Beautiful.
You have a dress?
Just dressed up.
You're all dressed up.
All dressed up.
And can't forget the juice cup though. Oh, there's the lake I was talking about, you can see.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of nice pictures on our photography session yesterday. I'll show you a couple of pictures here. So, because Ashley's car battery died, and that was 150 bucks, and then pictures were also expensive, I've kind of blown my Playhouse money for this month. And the roof was also expensive, like 180 bucks. So I'm gonna be doing something for the next little bit to save money, but also work. So I was looking at my four-wheeler tent here, and it's really starting to rip pretty quick here, especially this spot is starting to move down. So it won't be long before this thing crumbles. Which means it's time to start thinking about the four-wheeler and lawnmower shed. This one is a 12 by 12 by, I don't know, 8 foot maybe? I'll have to measure it. But I was talking to my neighbor, the one that has all the nice toys, excavator and tractors and all that stuff. He said, if you're gonna build a shed, you might as well make one big enough for the future. And so I was like, okay. So I think I've decided on a 16 by 16 building, and it's going to be built, of course, in this shape here. I might make it, I don't know, 9 foot tall to accommodate for the truss sizes. We'll see. I'm just in the early development stage, and I may build it more of your traditional framing style instead of the trusses, just because I've never gone that route before. But we'll see. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is head down to where this shed is going to be and dig a little bit of the hill back, because I don't have quite enough for a 16 by 16. So the house is there, and of course garden and playhouse, and off this little trail over here. I've been just kind of keeping it mowed a little bit, but no real reason for that. So I'm thinking, take this tree down here, this little one, and then put the shop, or not shop, but the lawnmower shed from about where this tree is back 16 feet and then over in here. So it would actually be where this little grassy area is. And I'm planning on doing a 4-door setup, which is kind of crazy, but you'd be able to drive through to get back there if you needed to with a lawnmower or four-wheeler. But I feel like a 16 by 16 will be enough for lawnmower, four-wheeler, my ladders, the wheelbarrow, the tool storage, and I could store things in there like Christmas tree. I mean, just all kinds of stuff that would be just, you know, and I may have just a tiny little workbench down here for some stuff like, I don't know, if I one day become a better gardener, I could do stuff out here that would be dirtier than what I would do up at the shop. So anyway, I may end up asking if my neighbor will hire out for his backhoe or his excavator, because digging this dirt is not easy. But anyway, I figure if I can go back about 6 feet into the hill here, I will have enough to put the shop here. Okay, before I get too carried away with digging, I'm gonna ask my neighbor if he would be up for me hiring him to just dig that back real quick. To be honest, I think the time of him driving his machine over here will be longer than the actual dig time. But for him to get up here, he needs a way to access that point. And so I'm gonna have a little spot over here that's designed for four-wheelers and stuff to come over. And I'm gonna take down from this post to the post over there and reduce the garden space by this block. So there'll be a straight path across over there. But anyway, so I've got my tools here. I'm just gonna be pulling staples out of this last piece and saving these boards, of course, for later. And it is Tuesday morning. I'm in the shop today. I've got a couple of things going. Working on these shelves for my church. Got 3 of them total. And then I want to work some more here on the bench for the front door of the house here. All that's left is to put the pocket hole screws into the top and then finish sanding the top and get that put on there and stain it. So getting pretty close to being done with that. Let's see. So I think I'm going to head outside real quick and film a ram pump video. And then I may continue to take down the fence on this side. I'm just going to have the one middle square here just to reduce everything, because I'm going to have a swing set coming off of this side of the playhouse. So, alright, let's go down here and film a ram pump video real quick. It's going to be a video based around this bucket, I believe. Yeah. So I've got, so what I have here is a bucket with a hole in the bottom and then on the side. So I'm just going to be filming a video about what happens if you fill a tank from the bottom versus the top. Ram pump test went remarkably well today. Had a pump filling a bucket from the bottom up here on this 12-foot ladder. So it is 10:40. I have got an hour and 20 minutes-ish to complete the rest of my stuff today. We've got a funeral to go to this afternoon. So I think what I'm going to do is continue to take down this portion of fence. So basically all I want to have left is, I haven't opened this one in a while. So this gate's going to be gone. But from this post here, I'm going to cut across to that post there, and it will leave just this little square in here, so that I can have the swings for the kids in this area right here. And then, like I said, I think yesterday, that I'm going to wrap the fence I just pulled here from this post to that post, so that this area right here can be the road that will go to the four-wheeler shed that's going to be built before too long. Because I need to have a way to get up there, and there's just really no way around the garden fence over there. And then over here, of course, we have all this stuff. And the little hill has been so annoying to have to mow, because I know it doesn't look much on the camera here, but this little lip that's around here, it's just annoying. So anyway, it should be taken care of whenever the fence is moved over to here. I'll have all of that extra space to get around the hill. So anyway, This bucket is drained over here. I'm gonna pack up this stuff and then start pulling some staples. I probably won't get to the digging today because I really want to finish Ashley's bench for the front door. When I first planned out my 40 by 40 garden fence here, I was thinking to myself, man, I'm gonna have the best garden the world has ever seen. And then after 2 years, I realized I'm really terrible at gardening. So I think having a, gosh, that's gonna be probably 15 by 15 maybe, I think is a lot better than a 40 by 40. So I would like to grow some watermelon. A neighbor of mine across the street had several large watermelon that looked like they were doing well. It's hard to grow watermelon up here in the mountains. We just don't have enough light. But like here it is, 10:50, and the garden space is just now starting to get enough light here. I mean, of course it is September, but anyway, we just don't quite get the light. My family is all from Mississippi, and down there you could almost grow 2 crops of watermelon. But anyway, yeah, sunflowers do well, and the raspberries did very well. This is their second year for the one plant that I had, and we must have pulled, I don't know, 20 or so raspberries off of that one plant. But oh, and I got 3 blueberries this year on the second year of that plant. So anyway, it's pretty impressive to get stuff, for me at least. Okay, it's only 10 after 11, but I just got the pieces around there and over here to the door done. But I really want to go inside and get Ashley's bench worked on because she's been wanting that for like half a year now. Last week, Emma was helping me to get Ashley's bench coated with this stain here, and she dumped about half a can out on the floor, and that's about what I needed to get this finished. So I'm gonna have to go buy another can of this, which is a bit expensive, but I'm so close to having this done. I was hoping to have it done today so she could have it tomorrow, but I'm gonna have to go buy some stain. Oh well, such is life. All right, it is 30 seconds until 12, which means I'm done here for today. I talked to my neighbor. He's in front of me here in his Bobcat. He's gonna see about digging out the hill for the upcoming shop, the one for the four-wheeler and lawnmower. He thinks he's gonna go up this way, but I don't think he can make it. We'll see. He made it around there after all, and now he's just tossing the dirt over on that side. I've asked if he would dig about 8 foot back on that hill and pull a couple of those trees down. It's gonna make a huge difference compared to me trying to dig all that. He has an excavator too, if for some reason this doesn't get it. That's the main tree that he's going to take down there. There we go.
Oh.
A tree fell over. Let's scoot back a little bit, okay? All of my neighbors here in the community are really great, but this particular neighbor is quite amazing. Always willing to help with anything you ask. So he did a fantastic job here spreading this out, and he even leveled it for me, which I wasn't really expecting. So, man, it just looks so great. And his suggestion was maybe don't make a 16 by 16, but make a 14 by 20. That way it will fit up in here nicely and be straight on back, and I'll have enough room that I can either drive or walk around the outside. which I thought was a pretty good suggestion there. But man, that would have taken me most of the year to dig out by hand. So I'm glad he was so willing to help out with this project here. You know about my business that I'm starting, and that one should be taking off here pretty quick. I just got word that all of my product has been shipped, and so it's still probably going to be a month or so before I really get going on that. And anyway, so I'm anticipating this time next year to have a much higher income, hopefully, depending on how hard I work at this. So things like this can be built faster than things like the playhouse, which doesn't have too much more to go. I think I calculated 7 more videos before that playhouse is done. And there may be a few more little tweak videos for like installing a kid's chalkboard and that kind of thing. But for the most part, 7 more videos on that. But man, this is great. So he actually was able to clear a path through the woods. So maybe I can even drive the 4-wheeler down there now on that. But anyway, exciting things in the future for Land a House. So I hope you're enjoying the vlogs as always. And I guess I will see you next week for another one. Yeah, I think that's it. Super excited and great things in the future.